We begin this week with an informal meeting between council members and U.S. Senator Ben Cardin. Senator Cardin came to discuss a host of issues, including the looming fiscal cliff and where the federal government stands on one of the council's top priorities, transportation funding.
Congratulations. We're so excited that you're still our senator.
The briefing with the council was the first for the senator since being reelected last month.
Let me just put this in context of what's happening nationally.
He began his update with where things stand with the fiscal cliff and how Montgomery County would be dramatically affected if it came to fruition.
We have the fiscal cliff, which is dominating our discussion.
First of all, we have a lot of federal workers that live in Montgomery County. These types of across-the-board cuts will have a devastating impact on our federal workforce. There are a lot of private jobs here related to federal agencies. With those agencies being cut back, those private sector jobs are in jeopardy. And then, of course, the whole concept of eliminating all the tax rates, going back to the pre-Bush tax rates, that affects the taxpayers here. So they're getting hit on the tax side and are going to get hit on the reductions of support for our federal agencies and the related employment. It would be pretty devastating to Montgomery County.
Cardin said he didn't believe the fiscal cliff would hit us.
I believe we will have some way of resolving the fiscal cliff.
But in order to avoid situations like this in the future, we need to find new ways to generate revenue.
What we need to do is reach an agreement, a credible agreement, one that's balanced, that allows our nation to move forward with job growth, that reduces spending and brings in the revenue that's necessary to pay our bills.
The discussion also focused on issues here in Montgomery County. Cardin said the feds are watching transportation issues here very closely and that he will continue to fight hard for funds.
I might tell you we are looking for different funding sources. Looking long-term, the gasoline tax is not going to be adequate to fund national transportation policy programs. So we are looking for different ways to fund this, connecting it to our energy policy. We think it's the most likely way, looking for revenue flows that are beneficial not only to transportation infrastructure, but to energy independence.
We are the dreamers!
We are the dreamers!
The mighty, mighty dreamers!
The mighty, mighty dreamers!
Fighting for justice!
Immigration reform was also discussed, something Council President Nancy Navarro has championed throughout her tenure here at the Council.
What about immigration reform?
I think I'm more optimistic about immigration reform than I've been any time in the last 4 years. It's needed. It's desperately needed.